In a new collection of news about the world of technology, Carwins will tell you about electric vehicles. The video will feature 9 interesting models of scooters and motorcycles from Japan, as well as one model from the popular German brand BMW at the very beginning. We advise you to watch to the end, like and subscribe to keep abreast of all the interesting events in the world. Happy viewing. Welcome to a news video that will take you into the wonderful world of technology. Today we will tell you about an amazing invention, exoskeletons, which are already helping people overcome incredible obstacles. If you're interested in learning all the details about this amazing invention, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest news. Military robots, autonomous drones, and artificial intelligence are all being actively developed for the wars of the future. But improving weapons is not everything. The technology for creating super soldiers is what the leading countries of the world are working on, although they are not allowed to share some aspects. Today we will tell you and listen to how perfect Terminators are made from ordinary people. Similar to the film adaptation of Elysium, then played by Matt Damon. The largest conference and exhibition of the coolest robots took place in Yokohama, Japan, ICRA 2024. Get ready to experience the world of the future as you have never seen it before. I've collected the coolest pieces for you. You like and subscribe, I get quality content. In this science video, we look at the latest advances in high technology, including a new method for 3D printing artificial muscles for humanoid robots, the possible origins of a mysterious high-energy signal, and Samsung's first autonomous marine control system. We will tell you about all this on the Carwins channel. Subscribe and like, otherwise you will never be aware of all the events in the world of technology. And also do not try to write in the search what is the most expensive Samsung product. If you're surprised, write a comment about it. We, the Carwins channel, present to you a new episode about news of technology, large-scale buildings, robots, cars of the future, and much more, for which you should live and wait and watch this news video over the past week. Support by liking and subscribing. In today's episode, we will talk about a robot taxi driver from Japan, about giant buildings in China worth from $200 million to $500 billion. With you, Carwins, let's begin. BMW fans, buckle up, and Mercedes fans are advised to continue biting their elbows, as the German rival showed everyone the futuristic BMW CE04 electric scooter. Perhaps its most distinctive feature is its long, low body with a 167-centimeter wheelbase. The main part of the scooter is contained in the distance between the axles of the 15-inch wheels, which gives it a somewhat dragster look. The CE04 motor is a liquid-cooled permanent magnet electric motor capable of delivering 42 PS at 900 revolutions per minute and 60 nanometers at 1,500 revolutions per minute. The engine is mounted behind the battery and in front of the rear wheel, and the cooling system radiator is located in front. The thrust from the motor is transmitted to the wheel through a gearbox and belt drive. The stated top speed of the BMW CE04 is 120 kilometers per h, and acceleration to 50 kilometers per h occurs in 2.6 seconds. The range on a fully charged battery, according to the manufacturer, is about 130 kilometers. The battery capacity, according to the manufacturer, is 66. A full charge takes 4 hours 20 minutes, using the standard level 1 charging cable, and with the optional level 2 charger, a full recharge occurs in 1 hour 40 minutes. It also allows you to charge the battery from 20 to 80% in 45 minutes. With all this, the BMW C04 battery is partially recharged while driving, or more precisely, when braking. When the throttle is closed, the electric motor switches to generator mode, performing so-called regenerative braking, which converts kinetic energy into electrical energy, slowing down the scooter and returning some of the energy to the batteries. In the US market, The 2022 BMW CE04 comes in light white for $11,795. While Mercedes fans, show off your electric bike, and BMW fans, write a comment on whether to make more videos about the vehicles of these companies. The future of transportation is represented by revolutionary robots and futuristic vehicles. Engineers from the University of Tokyo and the Center for Advanced Robotics have developed a unique vehicle, a robotic assistant that can transform and provide various types of transport assistance. Called Kangaroo, this robot can carry objects and transform into a small scooter or Segway at the owner's request. Its top speed is 10 kilometers per hour, and it can use maps and positioning systems to navigate itself. The robot is also equipped with an environmental recognition system and has a manual mode for use like a regular scooter. The creators see a future where everyone will be able to have such a robotic assistant providing comfortable and safe movement. Raptor. Japanese company Roids Tech has unveiled its new three-wheeled mobility platform called Raptor. This unique car is truly impressive. Its peculiarity is that the car body is divided into two parts: the upper part, the structural unit, and the lower part, the base unit, which can be divided or combined. A 48-volt battery powers the device, allowing it to reach a cruising speed of 30 kilometers per hour and maintain continuous operation at a distance of up to 40 kilometers. It is classified as an electric-assisted bicycle and requires a driver's license. Roids Tech believes Raptor will create new businesses and cultures and bring fundamental change and growth to the world of mobile infrastructure. iWalk. Here is one of the most advanced cars with artificial intelligence developed by Toyota. The concept iWalk is a three-wheeled vehicle designed for pedestrian areas. The scooter is equipped with an electric transmission that allows you to cover distances of up to 20 kilometers. Essentially, it is similar to a hoverboard, but with three wheels and a joystick control designed to reduce the demands on the user's driving skills. Even older people can drive this Toyota invention. As speed increases, the iWalk concept extends, extending the wheelbase for added stability. The range on a single charge is from 10 to 20 kilometers, and for interaction with artificial intelligence, there is a display in the form of a sphere on top of the joystick. Thanks to AI, the car can also navigate around obstacles on its own. ILY is an innovative electric scooter model created by Japanese designer Mikio Kobayashi in collaboration with the automobile company Isen Seiki and Karamoku, one of the leading wooden furniture manufacturers in Japan. The scooter is designed for both indoor and outdoor use and has an aluminum frame and soft wood body. All its components are hidden behind the front panel and inside the front wheels. It is also safe for older users. The maximum speed is limited to 4 kilometers per hour, which is approximately the same as walking speed. Additionally, it comes with a built-in safety sensor that stops the scooter if any obstacles occur. The name ILY comes from the first part of the acronym, which means innovative lifestyle, and the second part, which means active and smart. Moto Compacto. Honda's diverse interests are truly enviable as the company strives to cover a wide range of vehicle niches. In September, it was announced that the manufacturer decided to give a pleasant surprise to lovers of progressive, unconventional electric technology by releasing the Honda Moto Compacto, a remake of the gasoline scooter of the same name, which was born almost 40 years ago. The 2023 Moto Compacto has the following specifications: maximum speed 24 kilometers per h, range on a single charge up to 19 kilometers, weight 18.7 kilograms, charging time 3.5 hours. Basic control is carried out by a single button under the display. After switching on, the scooter switches to the first speed mode, accelerating up to 16 kilometers per hour. The price of this model is $1,000. The company openly admits that the new product was not designed as a truck or a racing car. It is more intended for a memorable trip to the store or a walk in the park. Yamaha. 6 years ago, Yamaha first introduced the concept of an electric motorcycle motoroid that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. Now, Yamaha has unveiled the second version of its futuristic Motoroid concept motorcycle, featuring a swing arm, AI-powered facial recognition, and self-balancing capabilities. The rear of the motorcycle can tilt independently of the front, and there is no traditional handlebar. The Yamaha Motoroid 2 allows significant freedom in design, avoiding much of the mechanics of traditional motorcycles. It is designed as a self-balancing and potentially autonomous vehicle. The active center of gravity control system helps the motorcycle accurately navigate in space and avoid tipping over. In addition, the advanced artificial intelligence module allows it to recognize faces, understand multiple commands, and learn while working. Will Model F? The Model F chair, developed by Japanese company Will Inc., is a folding and lightweight power chair designed for ease of transport and increased mobility. Weighing around 24 kilograms without battery and folding in less than 3 seconds, it's convenient for traveling on planes, buses, and trains, and for storing in tight spaces. Features include a top speed of 6 kilometers per h and a range of up to 20 kilometers on a single charge. Although the range may be slightly less in real-world conditions, it has a tight turning circle, 30.7 inches, making it very maneuverable in tight spaces, and it can negotiate slopes of up to 10 degrees and obstacles up to 1.4 inches high. The F model is controlled via a smartphone app, allowing remote control and performance monitoring. It also offers customizable options, such as adjustable armrest widths and different cover colors. Uni 1. Honda introduced the Uni 1 wheelchair, equipped with special technologies. This unique wheelchair offers a mixed reality experience to more than just people with disabilities. The specialized wheelchair ensures user safety by preventing tipping over, thanks to self-balancing technology. Uni 1 users can control the car solely through body movements. However, Honda has integrated this wheelchair with a mixed reality headset. This integration allows users to play the game projected through the glasses while moving inside the Uni 1. According to Honda, the Uni 1 is designed for both indoor and outdoor use, making it suitable for large venues such as shopping malls and fairgrounds. If desired, Uni 1 users can soar through the skies and play specially optimized racing games. Poimo. Japanese company Kawahara and Niyama Labs at the University of Tokyo have developed Poimo, an innovative electric scooter that offers a unique solution for urban transportation. Poimo, a portable and inflatable vehicle, has an inflatable design, making it extremely lightweight and portable. The electric scooter weighs only 5.5 kilograms when deflated, making it easy to carry. It is made of TPU thermoplastic polyurethane, which provides a lightweight and durable design. It inflates with a small pump in just a few minutes, providing a strong and stable platform to ride on. When inflated, Poimo is about 1 meter long, making it compact enough for easy storage. The maximum speed reaches 15 kilometers per hour, which is ideal for short trips around the city, and the range on a single charge is about 20 kilometers, which is enough for daily trips around the city. A 250W motor built into the front wheel provides the power you need to move. Method 1. The Korean company is working with a concept artist who participated in the creation of the StarCraft game on the image of a realistic giant robot and has already presented a working example of it. Designed and created by Korea Future Technology, the bipedal robot Method 1 has an articulated design capable of locomotion and can accommodate a human inside for control. The rotating ankle joint provides stability to the robot when shifting its weight, allowing it to move across a variety of terrains. The hands are controlled by the operator using motion mirroring, and individual fingers allow for more precise operations. Vitaly Bulgarov, who participated in the development, previously worked on Blizzard games and is now working on a project with Korea Future Technology. A robotic frame with a human inside can be used in deep sea or space exploration, rescue operations, or in the film industry. Successful application in these areas requires achieving specific results. Guardian GT. Sacros Robotics has developed a unique Guardian GT robot with an exoskeleton that is capable of lifting huge loads. Its high technical characteristics make it worthy of attention. The robot, with manipulators about 2 meters long, accurately repeats human movements and has tactile feedback. Each of the manipulators is capable of lifting 225 kilograms, which allows the robot to lift loads weighing up to 450 kilograms, while the operator will feel that he is holding in his hands an object weighing no more than 2 kilograms. The developers intend to use the robot not only in construction and industry, but also to eliminate the consequences of emergency situations and work in hazardous environments where the operator can be at a safe distance. Mantis. The term mad scientist is used quite often, but in the case of Matt Denton, it certainly holds true. His company, Micro Magic Systems, has been actively working for 4 years to create a giant walking robot capable of carrying a person. Described as the world's largest hexapod, the robot weighs 1,900 kilograms, stands 2.8 m tall, and is powered by a powerful Perkins turbodiesel engine and hydraulic system. In addition, it is equipped with a variety of sensors, including force, inclination, and inclinometer sensors to support its walking. The movement of the hexapod is controlled on a PC with the Linux operating system running Hexengene, and a PC is installed on the control panel to control the movement. Kuratas. Inventors Kogoro Kurata and Wataru Yoshizaki decided to make their dream come true. They opened the Suitobashi Heavy Industry Company and created their first product, the Kuratas robot. Kuratas are 4.4 tons of metal, 4 meters high, more than 30 hydraulic joints, and most importantly, incredibly impressive in appearance. The miracle of technology moves on wheels that end in 4 legs, and the beast machine is powered by diesel. Its maximum speed is 10 kilometers per hour. Inside the Kuratas, there is a driver's seat, which controls the mechanism using a touchscreen and 2 joysticks responsible for the movements of the unit's arms. Facial recognition is also used, the purpose of which is worth talking about in a little more detail. The robot is armed with 2 rocket launchers and 2 rotary machine guns. The rocket launchers are more or less real and can shoot fireworks or water bottles, but only partially and incapable of causing injury. The machine guns are apparently fake. Although the video says 6,000 bullets per minute, the shooting is not shown. However, the control method is striking. Machine guns begin to spin up and pretend to fire at the moment when the driver smiles. This is where facial recognition comes in handy, albeit in such a diabolical way. Of course, Kuratas will not be entering service with the Japanese army anytime soon. This is largely a creative project, albeit executed with suspicious care. You can buy a robot if you suddenly forgot $1.35 million in your winter jacket. Monkey King. At the Beijing G Festival, the Chinese company Great Metal announced a prototype of the Monkey King human-controlled combat robot. As Engadget reports, this impressive robot is capable of moving both on all fours, providing stability and in an upright position. Once on his feet, Monkey King can wield the staff attached to his back. The quality of the video presented by Megabots leaves much to be desired, and part of the video was completely edited on a computer, which makes it difficult to objectively assess the robot's capabilities. However, based on available data, Monkey King is capable of moving his limbs and head. There is also a mechanism for removing the rod for attack. There is no information yet about the technical characteristics of the robot, including the power source, autonomous or external. Prosthesis. In 2018, the little-known company, Furion, presented its first-ever exobionic robot called Prosthesis at the international exhibition CES. The robot weighed more than 3.5 tons, and to climb inside it, you had to climb to a height of 4.5 meters. Exobionic, in the description of this robot, means that in fact, Prosthesis is an exoskeleton to which a living person is connected. He also controls all the functions and movements of this giant mechanism. The creators are sure Prosthesis will work everywhere, as long as the pilot doesn't let us down. Today, Prosthesis is a flagship invention that launches a completely new human experience, racing mechanized robots with live pilots inside. The maximum speed of the robot is 30 kilometers per hour. The robot's operating time ranges from 30 to 120 minutes. Landwalker. Japanese engineer Masaki Nagumo created the world's largest manned robot, weighing about 7 tons and 8.5 meters high. It was named Landwalker Mononofu and was assembled at the Sakakibara Kikai plant near the village of Shinto, Gunma Prefecture. The prototype of his robot was the RX-78-2 combat suit, but Landwalker Mononofu resembles it very vaguely. First of all, he is let down by the slowness of his movements. The giant's maximum speed does not exceed 1 kilometer per hour or 25 centimeters per second. This is a colossus on barely dragging legs, but he turns his body, moves his manipulators, even individual fingers, and shoots soft balls from an airgun located in his right hand. The initial speed of a cannon shot is 38 mph, but its aiming accuracy is extremely low. The cockpit is equipped with 4 small screens and 2 outboard control levers with 5 degrees of freedom. To climb inside, Nagumo uses the built-in hoist winch. Since then, the company has released several smaller robots based on prototypes from anime and popular films. All of them are available for rent for children's parties and shows starting at $932 per hour. So if your child is having a party, you know who to call.
Currently, the Russian army is armed with the Ratnik combat equipment, but in the near future, by 2025, it will be replaced by the 3rd generation of combat equipment for the modern soldier, the Sotnik equipment. This will be a new type of protection, fundamentally different from Ratnik. The Sotnik concept was already presented at the Army 2018 exhibition, where it attracted attention with its futuristic appearance. The suit will be equipped with a built-in climate control system, like the previous generation of Russian military suits. Even at temperatures below 40 degrees, a fighter in the equipment will feel comfortable without restricting his movements. A soldier equipped with Sotnik equipment will have a tactical computer and communication systems built into his helmet. He will not need to use a tablet to control his equipment. It is envisaged that it will be bulletproof, tinted on the outside and transparent on the inside. This system is already used in pilots' helmets, but in Sotnik, the helmet is designed to protect against bullets and shrapnel. The Sotnik equipment will be equipped with a miniature UAV, which is controlled using a built-in computer. The tiny drone is equipped with a night vision camera and can transmit images directly to the helmet display, covering a radius of up to 200 meters. Similar devices have already been tested by the Americans in Afghanistan, but there the data is transferred to a tablet. The mini drone will be used in urban street conditions when it is necessary to carry out reconnaissance. It will also transmit captured maps of the area and mark targets. While the Sotnik exosuit can only be purchased in the Russian Federation, it is available in 2 models. For the military, the cost is $1,000. For civilians, it costs $800. A little expensive for an exoskeleton, but it's very cool. Powerloader is a Japanese robotic exoskeleton that greatly increases human capabilities. The exoskeleton is being developed by Active Link, which in turn is a subsidiary of Panasonic Corporation. The ultimate goal of this project is to develop a fully functional robot that will remove the limitations associated with the relatively small strength and capabilities of the human body. And such a robot can be used in a variety of areas, from participating in the elimination of the consequences of natural disasters and catastrophes to heavy work on construction sites. The forklift exoskeleton uses force sensors to measure the force applied by a human operator to the robot's controls and amplifies it multiple times using servo motors. This endows the human body with truly superhuman capabilities, while the human environment of robot parts and components surrounds the human operator and provides a safe working environment. It's not for nothing that this exoskeleton ended up on the set of the movie Aliens, when Ripley threw the alien into space. The Active Link robotic suit attaches to a person's body, locks onto their limbs, and creates a co-directed force with every hint of movement. The mass of the exoskeleton is only 15 kilograms, but it is capable of creating a force of up to 30 kilograms. In optimal conditions, a person with Ninja can reach speeds of up to 12 kilometers per h. The developers note that their technology was created for paralyzed people who, by controlling the exoskeleton, will be able to fully move. After developing a compact replica, the startup should continue to develop a large exoskeleton for big boys, just like all men love. Robot Valkyrie, a new humanoid robot from the world-famous company NASA. This, of course, is not an exoskeleton, but we could not help but include it in the news collection. To be honest, the robot seemed unfinished to me, and this is the fault of the DARPA competition, in which a team of 55 people worked without sleep for 9 months to complete and demonstrate their robot. The robot was made to look beautiful. The shape of the body looks like a woman's. The name of the robot refers us to this, although NASA robots have always been either asexual or male. To date, Valkyrie is the most advanced robot from NASA. Valkyrie is a full-fledged humanoid. His height is 190 centimeters, weight is 125 kg. The battery lasts for an hour of battery life. NASA has worked hard on the ease of use of the robot. Not only the battery can be easily removed and changed, but also the arms and other main components. Valkyrie is dressed in a suit made of fabric with soft lining. This is done not only for additional protection of the robot itself, but also for the comfort and safety of people who may have to work with it in the cramped conditions of a space station or Mars base. Mars is the main goal of the developers. According to NASA engineers, such robots can fly there before people to build habitable premises and help the first colonists expand them. We will also hope that Valkyrie will become the first full-fledged humanoid robot that will help people populate Mars. I heard, Elon, they want to overtake your Tesla bot. The Skeletronics company from Japan presented a new exoskeleton model of its own design called Fighter. As follows from the description, it implements the most advanced system for synchronizing the movements of the operator and the robotic part to date. So much so that in theory, it will allow a person to fight in the ring, delivering blows and dodging them in a timely manner. In practice, Skeletronics Fighter looks frankly flimsy for real battles, and there is no protection for the pilot at all, which casts doubt on the combat qualities of the exoskeleton. However, Japanese engineers were not lying when they talked about synchronization. The mechanical suit really has an impressive number of degrees of freedom. The speed and accuracy of the manipulator's response to the pilot's actions also impresses, but the power of the exoskeleton raises doubts. Is it capable of lifting even a brick, not to mention real loads? But in fact, this suit is not designed for lifting large loads. The developers stated that our fight will be a new sport, since it itself does not have electric drives, but will work entirely on physical strength, increasing it. Thanks for watching. Watch my other videos, subscribe, squeeze the bell, and put likes. All the best. At the Japanese exhibition, Deep Robotics demonstrated 2 of its flagship inventions. The younger one stands in front and call him Light 3. They combine their 4-legged robots with reinforcement learning, making them smarter and more reliable than previous generations. Light 3, according to the developer, has a design and joints that are unique to its brothers. Together with the team, they are developing new motion algorithms. Light 3 is a robot for exploration and entertainment. Its patented joint technology, increased mobility, and movement algorithms allow the robot dog to stand up almost instantly after impacts and falls of any force. You can look at this forever, like fire and the flow of water. You can improve it using different modules. The Light Quadruped Robotics series is currently sold in more than a dozen countries in North America, Western Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia, including Japan and South Korea. The Senior Robot X30 sees the world around it using LiDAR technology, and it is able to move using a navigation module. And this function is constantly evolving. It all depends on what order you give to your dog partner. The X30 itself is capable of conducting industrial inspections, and the company has already been able to implement it in dozens of industrial projects. These are mainly power plants and metallurgical enterprises. The X30 is suitable for industrial applications and has learned to navigate rough terrain and climb stairs. Otherwise, the car will not be affected by extreme temperatures, in our case from -50 to +20 degrees. At the exhibition, Deep Robotics engineers said that their dog has learned to climb onto higher platforms, and its joints work at a completely different level. In the meantime, we will wait for more news about these friends of man. The arm and head of the majestic Gundam robot, which in life size reaches a height of 18 meters, showed off at the conference. Back in 2022, it created quite a stir when it rocked its performance, thereby attracting an impressive 2 million tourists. Then it had 26 movable parts and weighed 25 tons. This gave him the opportunity to move his fingers, strike heroic poses, and delight the spectators who had gathered there. Anime fans will love this. Fourier Intelligence has been producing exoskeletons and rehabilitation devices since 2017. At ICRA 2024, the company showed its first generation of humanoid robots, designated GR1. The humanoid platform includes 40 degrees of freedom distributed throughout the body, which is 1.65 m high and weighs 55 kilograms. The articulated module mounted on the robot's hip is capable of developing a maximum torque of 300 nanometers, which allows it to move at a speed of 5 kilometers per h and carry loads weighing 50 kilograms. In addition, the GR1 is equipped with visual algorithms to perceive its immediate surroundings. This allows the robot to quickly recognize various objects and people, as well as implement functions including obstacle avoidance and visual guidance in completing tasks. The GR1's robotic arms have 11 degrees of freedom, which allow it to securely grasp objects, Fourier said. The user can guide the robot to retrieve items. The hands mimic the range of motion of human fingers when grasping cylindrical and round objects, such as bottled water and electric screwdrivers. The GR1 autonomously calculates motion paths for capture using visual feedback. The company recently announced that it is ready to launch a production version of the GR1. Engineers are working on tactile sensors that integrate in the hands of robots and grippers. Work is also underway on tactile artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has made great strides in cyberspace, but its applications in robotics are limited. So I believe the time has come to prove to him that he is real in the world. One of the main disadvantages of robots is the lack they have a sense of touch. The limitations of current haptic sensors are that they are too large to be embedded in thin robotic shells, are not durable, and are difficult to integrate into robotic hands because they require a lot of additional wiring and electronics. However, they do not provide distributed three-dimensional sensing and are also too expensive. Zella robotic sensors provide distributed 3D sensing. They have a wide range of sensitivity and overload tolerance, and they are also very fast. They are easy to integrate into a variety of robotic arms and grippers because they are so small that they can be calibrated to within 1 Newton. One of the real applications of robotic sensors there are many ways to automate production mass customization. So the robot needs adapt to new objects, as well as automation warehouse, when the robot needs to take things from the shelf and put them away into a container. Another example would be the delicate picking of fruits and vegetables, such as tomatoes. So we built sensors into this gripper, which is very thin. We also built sensors into this robot arm. Here we have 368 3-axis tactile sensors, and all measurements are taken digitally, allowing multiple sensor points to be integrated into the robot's arm. Robot for home hospitals, hotels, and nursing homes moves on a spherical base. Good navigates in space and can grasp objects with a success rate of 97%. Submitted to the manufacturer, the robot is being tested at 6 experimental sites and 3 research laboratories. Also this year, Meraki should start real work in a hospital for the elderly in Paris. It is reported that the robot will be able to bring water to patients, clean lunch trays in hospital cafeterias, as well as delivering doctor's gloves and other personal protective equipment. There were few robot chefs at the conference, and visitors could not feast on anything. However, there was a robot bartender from Kuka. He entertained tourists and visitors. There is nothing more to say about him. Chinese e-commerce company Meituan demonstrated developments only on screens, but we decided to say a few words about her. Last year, the company showed record growth rates revenue, which started in 2010, made a bet not just for online trading, but for using it contains all available technological developments. It provides more than 200 categories of services, including delivery using robots and drones. Westwood Robotics became almost the only one in the film adaptation company walking its robot Thomas just along the corridors. The robot is positioned as an advanced full-size humanoid for development. Thanks to powerful BR drives and advanced sensors, Themis is characterized by maneuverability and safety, steadily moves at the speed of a person, and reaches maximum running speed, 10 kilometers per hour. He also has great pink sneakers. The robot is able to independently maneuver in complex environments, constantly assessing both the position of your body and the surrounding obstacles. While Thomas was walking, someone else was bored at the company's stand research robot from Bruce. This is also an open platform for developers and students, developed jointly with the Ramella Laboratory. The robot is very capable. It's a pity he was just sitting at the exhibition and didn't even wave to anyone. Of course, the exhibition was not complete without robots. Spot, Boston Dynamics, robot dogs with mobile options manipulator, and additional equipment were advertised their applications for industry. That's all they showed at the exhibition. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and write if you need a review on Android dogs.
Shark Robotics has developed the Shark payload for the Spot robot, designed to disinfect hard-to-reach areas. The Spot robot can disinfect up to 2,000 square meters in 15 minutes in hospitals, metro stations, offices, warehouses, and other facilities. Shark consists of a 5-liter tank and 12 nozzles for micro-spraying disinfectant solutions. This system provides 360-degree diffusion. Spot's unique mobility allows the robot to disinfect rooms while navigating complex environments with steps, stairs, uneven floors, and avoiding obstacles. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend this load. The 10th was not asked. At first glance, the humanoid robot they created does not seem realistic. It has no limbs. The head looks more like a Terminator skeleton than a man from the Wild West world. But he's able to imitate the appearance of people when communicating with each other. The sensor on his chest reacts to the desire to attract attention and directs it in the right direction. He turns to the sound in the same way as a human. When communicating with people, he repeats the head movements that we are used to seeing in other people. Even his blinking looks realistic. Currently, humanoid movements add to his eeriness, but combined with skin and costume, he can create the illusion of life. Disney plans to use this technology to create animatronics in its parks to entertain guests, but it can be assumed that this technology can also be used in robots that we meet daily, and not just at theme parks. In 1991, a high-energy signal of mysterious origin reached the Earth. Astronomers recorded ultra-high-energy particles called "Oh my God." More recently, a cascade of particles of impressive but less powerful fell on the globe. It was nicknamed in the name of the Japanese sun goddess Amaterasu. The researchers stated that the signal came from that part of the universe where there is nothing at all. Theoretically, the origin of the particles remains a mystery. The same researchers cannot yet answer this question. The nature of the particles is also unknown. Scientists say the direction of their arrival indicates a void in the large-scale structure of the universe. For now, they can only guess what the source of the signal was, where such a strong stream came from. It could be the explosion of a supernova and the merger of a black hole with a pulsar. There are a lot of theories, but there is also a possibility that this is something completely different, an unknown astronomical phenomenon beyond the standard model of particle physics. And the existence of alien life cannot be denied, and they can send us signals, giving answers or creating many more questions. What do you think? Is there anyone else in the universe? Perhaps we are not alone at all. Did you think Samsung only makes phones and home appliances? But no, Samsung was the first in the world to show the world an autonomous control system for marine vessels. The main Korean mastodon demonstrated his work on his own tug, Samsung T8. The South Korean giant demonstrated both the autonomous movement of the tug and the control of its maneuvers, monitoring it from an onshore control center at a distance of 250 kilometers from the tug. Testing was carried out on the ability to avoid collisions with obstacles. The 38-meter-long tug, with a gross tonnage of 300 tons, safely completed the 9-kilometer voyage without human intervention, although at any opportunity, the operator can take full control of the vessel. All this time, the autonomous marine navigation system kept the tug on a given route, identifying potential dangers and adjusting the route. For this, it uses artificial intelligence. Mass deployment of the autonomous control system on the company's ships has already begun in 2022. Soon, no one will be able to tell half under. Can you live with such information? Leipzig-based startup Da Vinci Kitchen has developed its own robotic kiosk that can independently prepare Italian dishes. Most of all, the invention is focused on preparing ordinary pasta, since there is nothing complicated in its preparation, and it can take up to 6 minutes. Something more complex can take 10 or more minutes. With all this, the device is capable of preparing 2 servings at once, one dish, after which it will wash the dishes, which will only take 20 to 30 seconds. But why a dishwasher? The modular design of the RoboChef is its main advantage. With it, you can easily convert it to prepare salads and dishes from other cuisines of the world. It's not for nothing that the startup has received almost $1 million in investments from renowned companies and has already passed all tests and gone on sale for 2 years. Scientists at the University of San Diego have developed a new method for 3D printing artificial muscles and wearable devices that allows them to control the stiffness of the material and its ability to compress by controlling the temperature of the printed liquid crystal elastomer. They were also able to change the stiffness of different areas of the same material using heat. To demonstrate this concept, the researchers printed several samples with different stiffness and compressibility, ranging from 0 to 30%. For example, one area of the structure may contract like a muscle, while another is flexible, like a tendon. Scientists from MIT and the University of Texas at Austin have unveiled the first miniature 3D printer that fits in the palm of your hand, all thanks to a 1mm photonic chip. According to the researchers, this small device allows for the rapid creation of personalized items on site, such as a repair fastener for a bicycle wheel, or a component for a medical procedure. Scientists control the direction of light by changing the speed or delay of the optical signal on each side of the antenna array. The prototype printer features a coin-sized photonic chip with 160 nanometers thick optical antennas. The antennas are powered by an external laser, emitting a controlled beam of visible light into a resin that is mounted on a clear glass slide. What do you think of this spider robot with its body covered in artificial skin that breathes? The developers equipped it with a central neural controller based on a pattern generator to simulate breathing movements on the skin. Researchers from the University of Southern Denmark are convinced that the use of such technology will increase the biomimetic properties of robots, causing more trust and sympathy in people when communicating with them. There are some very amazing developments in the fashion world. What can you say about a dress using neurotechnology? It changes color depending on brain waves, with data transmitted through one of the world's first brain-computer interfaces with 1024 channels. It's called a pangolin or lizard dress, apparently due to the similarity of the scales of this mammal with the scales of the dress. The data collected from the sensors are combined, analyzed, and then converted into signals that power 32 neopixels and 32 servo-powered scales. The principle of operation is approximately this. The higher the brain activity, the more actively they glow. The scales were printed on a 3D printer. The 3D printed dresses were the first to demonstrate Stratasys Agilis 30, which offers extreme flexibility and strength and represents a significant advancement in 3D printed fashion design. Soon it won't be tailors but technicians who will be standing behind the scenes at fashion shows. Researchers from Stanford and Shanghai institutions have developed a new algorithm based on computer vision, which allows robots to pass obstacles without a detailed analysis of the terrain and practicing the passage of each of them. With it, they can gain experience, thereby creating a cumulative effect, like a robotic friend of a person with each. At the same time, it will be better and better to overcome obstacles. Here are shots of someone trying the same action over and over again. The main achievement was that the experimental robots became autonomous in decision-making. More precisely, they simply assessed the situation of obstacles in their path and correlated this with the limits of their own dexterity, choosing the path to solve the problem. To do this, the scientists combined perception and control, using data from a depth camera mounted on the robot, as in the video, and machine learning to process the information received and control the movement of the legs. Improved robots successfully overcame obstacles that were more than 1.5 times their height, jumped over conditional gaps, whose length was also more than 1.5 times their length, crawled under barriers whose height was 3/4 of their height, and leaned over to slip into the gap, which was narrower. To make a car smart, you don't need to make it an autonomous drone, as in the case of Yandex, because you can simply put a robot behind the wheel. For example, this humanoid robot taxi driver, Musashi. The android's body is built using musculoskeletal technology. In other words, the robot has artificial muscles instead of traditional electric motors in the joints. These muscles are made up of cables and pulleys that are driven by electric motors. The design allows the humanoid to move smoothly and naturally, just like the person himself. The robot's eyes are two movable cameras that allow Musashi to look into the rearview mirrors, as people do, and the 5-fingered muscles with fingers, with variable stiffness and force sensors on the palms and fingertips, allow the robot to perform several types of grips at once. This way, he can control the machine accurately. In the video of our taxi driver from the movie Terminator, they put him behind a Toyota Mini electric car, and to be honest, this guy surprised me. He handled the controls perfectly. It's even scary to imagine what drivers and taxi drivers will do in a couple of years. He turned the steering wheel, pressed the gas and brake pedals, responded to traffic lights and the sound signals of other cars, and even recognized several pedestrians. Musashi is helped with this by several algorithms that ensure accurate and safe driving. I'll let everyone breathe, because during this testing, the robot only drove at a speed of 5 kilometers per hour. But I am confident that in the future, it will outperform any autonomous car. What do you think? Does this android have a future, or is it just another waste of air from Japan? While robotic taxi drivers are being built in Japan, Elon Musk is announcing to the whole world that he will launch 10,000 Optimus humanoid robots, that is, Tesla bot, into the Tesla plant. The CEO's idea is to increase the company's value by more than 10 times compared to current market giants like Nvidia and Microsoft. Also, the implementation of this will allow the company to receive an average revenue of $1 trillion per year. They are going to reach this result if the production of one Tesla bot is $10,000 and they sell for $20,000. Myself, Optimus is a humanoid robot that performs a variety of tasks. Standing at 173 centimeters tall and weighing 73 kilograms, it is capable of carrying loads of up to 20 kilograms and lifting up to 68 kilograms. The robot is equipped with a 2.3 kWh battery that provides a full workday's charge and uses about 100 watts at rest and up to 500 watts when walking. Optimus has 28 structural actuators, allowing his body to move with a great degree of freedom, and his hands are dexterous enough for various manipulations. What the plant needs. Previously, the U.S. Department of Defense created the Offset program, the task of which is to develop software that can combine up to 250 different ground robots and unmanned aerial vehicles into one group. Back in 2021, Offset trials took place. Northrop Grumman and Raytheon took part in them. In the video, both companies demonstrated the capabilities of their development to control hundreds of drones. Raytheon combined 130 real drones and 30 simulated ones, and Northrop as many as 174 platforms. According to Northrop's technical program manager for the development of new capabilities, Aaron Cherry, the operator they developed, was able to control a swarm of robots for 3 hours. Artifacts created by DARPA were found in quantities of 600 by robots and drones in 20 minutes. So impressive. The telescope was built in 1994 and completed in 2016. This project took 22 years and $185 million. The dimensions of the telescope are impressive. The diameter of the main lens is 500 meters. The Chinese used the natural terrain to create a telescope. The lens was installed in a natural funnel and a radio receiver was installed at an altitude of 140 meters. A radio telescope listens to space, picks up radiation from space objects and transmits information. To eliminate interference, the system integrates radio telescopes into desert areas where there are no people. The authorities resettled all citizens living less than 5 kilometers from the telescope. a total of 9,000 people. The Chinese FAS is one of the best radio telescopes in the world. It focuses and processes information faster and is twice as sensitive. China is serious about taking a leading position in the space technology race. Everyone in Shanghai is clearly fascinated by tall buildings. In 2008, they built a shopping center that looks like a revelation. And in 2015, they completed the Shanghai Tower, the tallest building in Asia and the third tallest in the world, with a height of 632 meters. The building was built in 7 years and cost $4 billion. Interestingly, the architects used a spiral shape for the tower, which reduced wind impacts, saving $58 million. The Songjing Hotel, which opened 4 years ago, continues to amaze Chinese residents with its unusual architecture, as it is located 90 meters underground, built into the sheer wall of an abandoned quarry. This innovative underground hotel was the first of its kind and has continued to inspire excitement and wonder ever since. Songjing Hotel is also renowned for its environmental credentials, despite its location on the outskirts of Shanghai. The total number of floors in the hotel is 18, of which 16 are underground and only 2 above it. The hotel's roof is used as a unique place for relaxation and protection from the weather. In addition, the hotel has 336 rooms, various recreational areas, entertainment, and restaurants. Shanghai World Financial Center. This skyscraper is often called the opener. The height of the skyscraper is 492 meters or 1615 feet. This skyscraper is one of the 10 tallest buildings in Asia and ranks 11th in the world rankings. Despite its exceptional height, it can withstand an earthquake of up to magnitude 7. Additional escape routes, protected staircases, and elevators are provided on the sides of the building. On each of the 12 levels, there are protected floors where people can take refuge for a time from a fire. On such floors, the walls are reinforced with a reinforced concrete frame, and the screens are made of fire-resistant steel. In addition, the windows there are not impact-resistant. If necessary, they can be turned off, and people will not suffocate in the smoke. The Chinese analyzed the events of September 11, 2001, and took every measure to ensure that this did not happen in Shanghai. The funny shape of the skyscraper is nothing more than a joke, but the hole at the top is necessary to reduce air resistance and strong winds. At first, the architect wanted to make the window round, so the design stipulated that the skyscraper would not look like a bottle opener. But the customers rejected the project at an early stage. The fact is that China and Japan are not very friendly, and the round window on the rectangular skyscraper looked like a Japanese flag, so the architect had to replace the circle project to transfer water from the south to the north. The fact is that the south of China suffers from regular floods when the full-flowing Yang River overflows its banks. But in the north of the country, there is a constant drought. The Huanghe and Hai rivers flow into the river, and there is too little water in them. Even Mao Zedong proposed connecting the south and the north, with canals that change the water level in the rivers. This was 70 years ago, and then the project seemed fantastic. But the Chinese are stubborn people. They turned fiction into reality. The Chinese have already dug 2 grand canals. Residents of dry areas receive 10 billion cubic meters of water per year. In 30 years, this figure will increase to 45 billion. Digging to the east and the central channel, the Chinese moved 11 billion cubic meters of soil and laid 22 billion cubic meters of concrete. The total length of the hydraulic complex is 2,400 kilometers or 1,490 miles. Now the Chinese are laying a third channel. Its length will be 500 kilometers or 310 miles, but the work will have to be carried out in the mountains at an altitude of 5,000 meters or 16,000 feet above sea level. The channel will pass not under the clouds, but above them. This structure is considered the largest in the world. The budget has already exceeded $80 billion. And if the Chinese have implemented only 2 or 3 plans, and that was the simplest thing. Experts put the total cost of the project at about $500 billion.